What is normal for step parents? So, this is part of my series of short videos where I'm talking about what I consider to be some of the fundamentals that are helpful for step parents. That sometimes includes vocabulary and some of the really common questions that I've heard in a variety of ways over the years. So, I have found a paradox during my experience as a step parent and in mentoring and coaching other step parents. And this is that while I think it's a good idea to look to others for who have more experience than we do for advice and inspiration, it's also at the same time that the path forward for each of us often relies on trusting some of our own intuition. And those can feel like they don't go together, but I think they do. So, what's normal feels like a good question. And truthfully, it might be. Sometimes it is. Is this normal? Is it abnormal? I think for it to be a good question in a step parenting context and a family relational complex, two things may need to be present. And this is my opinion. A lot of people have strong opinions about marriage, divorce, family, parenting, and step parenting. So the two things are that the person who's asking the question should have probably have a very clear idea of what they're asking and what they want from the answer. Do you want validation? Do you want suggestions? Do you want tools, strategies? And the second thing is that the person who's asking and the person who's being asked, it's very helpful if the two people share a similar view of the world, right? So the reason this comes in handy is that if, as a step parent, you ask a friend who's never been married, has no kids, and had a personal bad experience with their own step parent as a child, if you ask them whether something is normal, the answer may not be what you hope, right? Because they don't have experience that aligns with what you're going for, or they might not. So then a better question might sometimes sound like, hey, I'm trying to do this. Have you ever tried that yourself, or do you know anybody who has? And if so, what was yours or their experience, right? So maybe you can see the difference. All right. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you are looking for self-help tips and strategies for step parenting, including my step parent survival kit, head over to stepparentsuccessschool.com.